Hey guys, Harrison back at it once again with a brand new video for you, and welcome to Dre Talks, the series where I talk about not necessarily F1 related things, featuring games I normally do or don't play. Now, this was kind of an unexpected video, to be honest with you, because this story I'm about to tell you only happened about 12 hours ago. Well, at the time of recording anyway. But it's such a bizarre story, and it's such an unbelievable coincidence for me that I felt like I had to share this with you. You'll probably be laughing your head off by the time this is all over, but yeah, I just thought I'd get this one out there because I think it's quite a funny story, and you know me, I like a good story every once in a while, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, here's a little bit of background context here. For those that don't know, I work part-time. I work part-time in a Matalan, which is basically a big department store. Basically, they tend to sell mostly clothes, but also some homeware stuff like, you know, picture frames and pillows and, you know, bathroom equipment and some kids' toys now and again. Little things like that, basically. So yeah, they sell some DVDs too. But yeah, it's a general department store that specialises in clothes, you know, cheaper clothes, basically, for the most part. I work there 4 hours a week, and last night I did my usual weekly shift there, 6 till 10 in the evening. Stayed there till 11 on this night because my manager needed a little bit of extra help, so I did. Now, for those guys that don't know, in this job I work on the delivery team. So all I do is I process boxes for 4 hours, basically. Any delivery that comes in, we organise it, we process it, we make sure all the plastic and paper are removed, and then we put it in boxes and put it on the shop floor. We do that every Wednesday night, basically, and as a result, you know, that's a thing. But you know, I left the store at 11 o'clock last night, basically, and one of my work friends dropped me on my road. But I live on quite a long road. It's about 2 miles long, and basically he drops me off one end, my house is at the other end, and so he drops me off. I walk about 2 or 3 minutes to the bus stop, basically, and I'm sitting there minding my own business, you know, thinking it's just going to be a normal night, just a little bit later than usual. And next thing you know, there's a police car that pulls up alongside me. A police car pulls up outside the bus stop and talks to me, says, hello mate, and I said hi, and he goes, you haven't happened to see a Eastern European bloke with a drawstring bag, have you, by any chance? Because apparently they had been given a police report in the last few minutes or something like that, that basically there was an Eastern European guy with a hooded top and a drawstring bag apparently waving a knife around. Which is an amazing coincidence, given that I was at the bus stop in a hooded top with a black drawstring bag. And I'm at the bus stop. I think you can see where this is going. Now, the whole waving the knife around thing is incredible, mostly because, like I said, I work in the Matalan and I have to carry a safety knife around to do my job, basically. Now, for those guys that don't know, a safety knife is a small blade. It's a very small blade. It's less than an inch. It's about half an inch long. And the way it's designed is that it can't be used by accident, because you have to put pressure on the front of the knife, basically, the front of the sliding part of the knife, to be able to use it. So that's the thing. That's why it's a safety knife, because you can't use it unless you deliberately want to use it. It's like a fighter pilot's ejector seat. It can't be used by accident. That's how it is. It's only been pressed on purpose, and that's what happened here, basically. Now, I don't know how someone could have thought that was me if they saw me walking to the bus stop. It was a 2-minute walk, and my safety knife never left my pocket, so it couldn't possibly have been me. That was the attitude I was thinking. So they've obviously sat down and you know, I've sat down and he's asking me about that, and basically he then drives off after saying, no, it wasn't me, but you know, if you see anybody, just call 999, obviously. And they're like, yeah, okay, cool, awesome. Which is one thing. So, you know, I thought, okay, no big deal. Clearly a spooky coincidence that's a thing. Next thing you know, there are 2 police vans that pull up next to the bus stop, and then about 4 officers come out of the car, surround me, and I'm like, and the lead constable, and to be fair, he was a really nice guy about the whole thing. He said, yeah, I can't believe we're doing this either. But yeah, it's like they had to put a couple of cuffs on me, basically. See, I was under handcuffs while sitting at a bus stop. No big deal. And they said, yeah, we can't believe we're doing this either, basically. But, you know, we've had a report of a guy in a hooded top and a drawstring bag carrying a knife around. And, you know, this is probably just the mother of all coincidences. But we just thought we'd give you a once over just to check you out. So we're just going to search you. They put me in handcuffs. So I told them straight away about the safety knife, basically. I told them about it straight away. Obviously, I got nothing to hide. So, you know, I told them about it straight away. They said, oh, it's a blade. And, you know, again, you look at it and you go, yeah, well, yeah, it's the kind of thing that, you know, you can't use by accident. I explained to them my job. I explained to them I gave them my ID because I have my provisional license on me. And, you know, they checked out my record for about, you know, 10-15 minutes. I actually had quite a friendly chat with two of them, and, you know, just said, yeah, I do this, I left the factory at this time, I walked down here at this time, and I promised the constable the knife never left my pocket, so that there's no way it could have been me. They could not have looked at the report, and they could not have seen me on said report and then said it was me, because there was no way my knife left my pocket. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm totally in the clear here. I should probably have not had a knife on me in person. Or, you know, because that's asking for trouble, basically. And the officer said that afterwards. It was like, yeah, you know, for all intents and purposes, you probably shouldn't have that knife out. And, you know, yeah, I totally get it. I should probably have left it at work. And, you know, I was kind of asking for it. But they said, you know, the blade you've got yourself, it's not long enough to be illegal, but you really shouldn't be carrying it, basically. And, you know, the officer felt kind of bad about it because he knew that I was never the guy, and he said, you know, they said thank you for your cooperation and thanks for understanding. I know it's a complete coincidence, and, you know, I'm glad that, you know, the 4 officers there all saw the funny side in it, basically, because it's just a complete coincidence that I just happened to be in a hooded top, well, with a drawstring bag, and just happened to be carrying a safety knife on me at the time when it was clearly somebody else. Fair play to the officers for being such a good sport about the whole thing. They gave me a lift home, which was also nice, and they said some very nice things about me. They said, yeah, thanks for understanding, and, you know, you seem like a really nice guy. And again, we're sorry for all this. And again, I totally understand why they did it. It was just the mother of all coincidences that this happened to be a thing. And yeah, next thing you know, I'm at home about an hour and a half later than I normally am, explaining to my mum. I was like, Mum, you won't believe the story I've got for you. Yeah, I was kind of detained by the police temporarily for about 45 minutes, and yeah, it's quite crazy how it all turns out. But again, I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody at Eden Police Station. All very nice guys. I know there's a lot of preconceived notions and stereotypes about police officers, especially across the pond in America, but I'd like to think the Brits aren't like that, and I know you hear many a horror story with police officers every now and again, but you know, I still stand by this. The majority of cops are good people, and, you know, they don't really want to arrest people if they can help it, obviously. And again, they saw the good side in this. They saw the good side in me, and I'm very grateful for that. So, but I just thought I'd tell you that's an incredible story, and I thought I wanted to share that with you before I did anything else. I thought it was actually quite funny. I thought you guys might want to hear that, basically. But for those guys that don't know already, Forza 6 is coming out literally as we speak, for Ultimate Edition owners. And yeah, I can't wait to get to start that series. It will be up on the channel tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that indeed. But until then, I've been Harrison, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little story, and I'll catch you guys next time. Sayonara.